Tier 2 of this series. Tonight we're having at Silverstone around this circuit. And so far it's cloudy in this qualifying session. As my commentator Mike is currently out on dinner, so he will be back by the race as I'll be soloing this qualifying session. So anyway, let's talk about last week. Just a recap. Trigon took his first win of the season after Saints took the win at Portugal, and then Tech Lucy won at round 2 at China. And it was very unexpected, to be honest, because one moment Shockwave was running away to win the race, and then multiple safety car really changed everything up, and Trigon kept it clean as well, with no penalties in the end, as everyone around him did, such as Benny and Lucy as well. But nevertheless, a well-deserved victory and drove as well for Tri-Kid. But in the standing though, however, there's been changes as we speak after round 3. Lucy currently is the new Sandship leader, with current Saints is behind with, let me just double check, I believe it was 6 points, as I clicked the wrong tiers. Yeah, 6 points ahead of Saint, but only 1 point ahead of Buster, Lucy teammate with Keep Up Queen, not far off actually, with 47 points, and his teammate Andre is not far, and also Andre and Andre and Trigo are equal on points of 43, so only 16 points between the top 6, with Banana Cake in 7th with 29, Black Moon in 8th, Tencent in 9th, and Benny in 10th place. Also Constructor Sanchez as well. That Ashamon is currently running away a little bit from AlphaTauri with 111 points to 90 points, and AlphaTauri is 15 points ahead of Mercedes, with McLaren 54 points to 3 ahead of Ferrari. In 6th place is Alpine with 34 points, with Haas place with 28 and Williams 23, and the 9th place is Red Bull with 19 and Alfa Romeo for 5 points. So there you go. So in the driver standing is looking very close so far, as crazy. I presume the time will be much quicker in the end of the session, probably around maybe high to mid 26 presumably. So let's wait and see, as Andre set a time on the memes 128, as Ron set a fast time of 127.6. And in this track and during this game, as Keep Up Kiwi set another quick time, 127.4. Time is coming down very quickly. I'm just going to check down who's setting time, as Breadman is setting another time at this moment. Just see what Luke Trike is up to, his teammate just a little further down the road. What a victory it was for Trike after a very much an unfortunate race that China just didn't exactly perform well there. But he bounced back, took a world victory, as he set a time of 127.5, carrying 4th by his teammate Redman in 8th place. As the Sanchez leader, Lunacy is out on the meme tires, so he's hoping to qualify in the memes. So we saw some very good lap time actually. It actually came from Benny last week, set of time 127.4 actually on Sunday night. So let's see if Lucy can somewhat match that time, or at least somewhere a very good lap time. He's starting his lap at this moment of time. As Chrome Saint just got out of the pit. Unfortunate race for Saints. A lot of things just didn't go his way. Up turn 1 and lap 1, unfortunately had a spun out. But then try and make recovery, and then unfortunately just a couple of safety cars just was supposed to help, but unfortunately things just didn't go his way that race. A lot of things, he had some errors and so forth, unfortunately for Saint. But anyway, round 4 is time to reset and just pretty much focus on this race pretty much. And in general about this circuit on setup wise, this is a very compromised circuit, to be honest with you. I'll say it's a bit, not exactly like last year game, but this game is still very compromised. You need a very split the rear, because once you have a very strong front end, you comprise the rear, and then so as 10 cent was in a very quick time of 127.3. As Saints follow along with that, it didn't show the time actually, that's very weird, but nevertheless 127.3, very good time from him. And unfortunately he elevated his time, and the time would be 128.3, so he would be only just ahead of Frozzo in 14th, so definitely another lap he can improve. I wonder if he's going to set another lap, but it seems to be that map is showing that he's elevated again, so it might be a very late corner cut. So if you corner cut very late, you will elevate from this lap and also to the next lap as well, but just wait and see, because sometimes the game can be a bit iffy sometimes. And just checking his eye on time, Saints definitely not going to do another lap. But like I said, back to the setup, it's a very compromised around this track. If you don't have a setup that particularly well, you might end up having a lot of oversteer, lack of stability, and even understeer. I think probably a little bit of everything is the worst part here. Probably understeer. You know, if you don't have a very good setup around, just in general, anything, it's very difficult. But in general, it's a little bit comprised of running the setup around here. You just need a very precise control around the circuit, to be honest. And even myself found it very difficult in the past. Even previous game as well is very difficult to hook up really well all together in the lap as well. You see drivers perform much better in first sector, and then they perform poorly in the last sector or the middle sector, and so forth. And this track really shows where drivers perform really well one area to another, to be honest. As driver saying another lap once again. Sorry, his first run of this session. I wonder if he's just doing a 2 lap quality and just save that new sets for the race potentially. First sector 27.6. It's saying purple sector, but I presume not. But he's only just over 10th behind, so it's still a good first sector. Actually quicker than 10 Sandal actually. So a way to see what can he do in the middle sectors, to be honest. I wonder what can do. Can he keep up this form after the last race as well? And Buster, I wonder, the question is when he get his first podium. Despite being third and 1 point behind Saint, he's in the top 6. Also with Andrew not have a podium yet. He has been very consistent this season. Sorry, actually he has a podium in Portugal. I'm actually completely wrong about that, because I could check the result here. Sorry, Buster has finished third, and sorry, Andre is the only one in that top 6 region. Has not had.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Mass. Codstars just wiped out completely at Cops. Turned right through the corner, kept going right, across the old pit lane exit, and straight into the wall. His day is done.
Holy smoke, I didn't realise that. Thank you for that. Costa is out, as my commentary just responded immediately. So that's a very fortunate Costa, starting 19th. That's not where you exactly want to be honest with you. As well, he actually, I presume he had an invalid lap because it didn't pass through. Anyway, as Keep Up Kiwi is setting at the time, so what he can do, a bit slow in the first sector actually, 27.7 from his time, so he definitely makes up in the middle and the last sector as well. See what line he takes through here. Very neat line, nothing Nothing to home about. And this is great committed corner here. You gotta be absolutely committed as well. You gotta carry a lot of speed through there. And he can make up in the middle sector, but still not enough improvement. So he's gotta find time in that middle sector as well. Oh, wait, no, oversteered that left sector last corner. And unfortunately that lap is ruined. So it was on the way to possibly improve. But fortunately that second last corner gave away, unfortunately. As Blake was on the way to improve as well by a 10th and a half, but elevated as well, so he's going straight back to the pit. And then immediately a 10th is going to set his second run this session so far, and there's a yellow flag as well. Can't find out what's happening. And I see Prezzo is out as well. Very unfortunate for Prezzo. Can't find, I'll see what Brayman is. He's actually going to come up now, and where he lost it. Oh, he lost it through there. Oh, that's a very unfortunate for Prezzo. I presume he just lost the rear in bang, to be honest. So that's a very fortunate present. After a very good quality actually last week, he qualified the top, I think 4th place last week. A very well quality from there, but fortunately that's not going to happen. That's not going to repeat tonight for him. And I'm just going to send it. He's probably by 10th and a half in the first sector. As I'm just going to check the chat from you guys. That's the thing I need to keep an eye on. And my mate KD, how you going, mate? Hey, he's improving the middle sector by another 10th. Let's see what he can do. Can he go in the 27.1, or he's just going to scrape to 20.2? We'll wait and see. Go in the final corner, very neat tie compared to Kiwi. And what can he do? Oh, 7.0, he definitely proved a lot in that last sector. Very close to the dip into the 26. Very good lap from 10 Sandal. First sector definitely improved. Middle sector was slight improvement, but definitely in that last sector, definitely he found some good time around there. So very good drive from 10 Sandal, to be honest with you. As Toro is still in the box. So he's setting up another time. I think he's already done his run, I believe. Yeah, he's. I think keep an eye on. And as Josh is going to set up, Bernard Josh is going to set up his, believe his second run tonight. Just going to have a quick look on Bernard Josh. Currently sitting 11th. There's only 3 minutes remaining, so it like I'll be out in these last final minutes. But Buster is actually going to retire actually. So I don't know if he crashed or he retired, but it's showing sector 3. I'm just going to check. Just got to check the map. Something up in that first sector? No, I think that's just one of the Williams is going. Blanco is going. So I presume Buster just retired in the garage. 90% sure, but he might say in the chat. See how the folks just driving slow from his teammate Aussie Blake. See what Saints can do. Can he improve by 3/10? He definitely probably can find more time. But what a lap from Ted Sandel, a very good lap from him. But we'll see what Saints can do. He improved a little bit. His first sector was pretty strong actually, so he definitely happy there. It's just the next 2 sectors needs to improve on, so hopefully he can find time through there. Just keep up. Kiwi is setting up another lap once again. I think is one of the Red Bull. I think that's my name is Jeff. No, it's not. I think it's one of the Williams. Blank no. Yeah, he's setting up. lap. As Andre is in second place. That came a very good lap from Andre. Let's see what Sain can do. He improved by 2/10. So you need to find another 10th in the last sector to drop out of Sandals. But this is a very commitment lap. As my Jeff retired as well. As something happened to Crazy Kiwi, I believe, or Black Moon, because someone spun out and he took on. They said Pepper. I was going to say no, but he's very close to 10 Sandal. So I presume he's not going to set another time. No, that's it for him. But second place still very good. As he is Crazy Kiwi. He did spin out, so unfortunately he can't set up another time. So that's his collie done and over. And Lucy is a bit rough for Lucy. He needs to set up a very good lap for here. As Trikey is going to set up his lap as well. As Ron starts to 8th and also Josh in 7th. Aussie Blake on his run. As we're going to keep up Kiwi. He's up by 1/10, so see if we can improve a little bit more. If he can, he jumped to Buster. And he jumped to 3rd, jumped ahead of his teammate by 4,000 milliseconds. So very good lap from Keep Up Kui to jump into 3rd place. But now let's see what Lucy can do. He broke by a 10th. Not super first sector. But if he can prove, at least a 10th or 2, I mean, more probably actually 2/10. Oh, he's not innovated, lucky. But like I said, if he can prove by 2/10, he can get up to the top 6 as well. I'm gonna check. Actually, I'm gonna keep an eye on Blake quickly because he's about to finish his lap as well. So what Aussie Blake can do? Oh, he's in pole, 26.9. What a lap from Aussie Blake. As Trikey improved by a 10th. And I can't choose Lucy. Now he's on to the second to last corner. Black moves up to 6 as well. And Lucy only 9th place. That's a very fortunate for Lucy. He'll be kicking himself from that. But what Trikey can do, can he improve a little bit? Yes, he did! Jump to 4th place! What a very good lap from him. So that's over. So Aussie Blake take his first pole of the season away from from 10th Sandal. What a lap from him. Only the person did it into the 26th tonight. And 10th Sandal and his teammate Honic Saints. Also Trikey in 4th place. Very good lap from him. Keep Up Kiwi in 5th. And he's alongside his teammate in 6th is Andre. 7th is Black Moon. Buster is 8th with Josh 9th and Lucy 10th. So a very disappointing qualifier for Ash Mine actually. So that'll be something to be worried about during the race. But surely they will make up ground through there with Ron Bernaghi 11 next to Crazy Kiwi in 12th with Banana Cake in 13th. One is actually a bit bad collie. Broken Rope Tie in 14th. Drow and my name Jeff sit next to her, 15, 16, Braidman and Bianca at 17, 18. While Prazo fortunately didn't have anything. Costa as well crashed out. So there you go. So this is going to be another interesting race with another name mixture in this race, to be honest with you, in the last 2 races. So hopefully we'll keep that way, but we'll wait and see. But first pole for Blake once again. Camo, no, what a lap from him. He made a very good lap actually last Sunday, like I said, on that meme tyres. 27.4 and on that soft run, he did a 26.9, so a really good lap for him. Also just 10 Sandal as well as saying a very good lap, to be honest, as well. So, and when I see us, we're going to check what's happening in the chat. Yeah, very fortunate for you, Codstar. But that's what it is. But hopefully you can make up grounds in the race. That's my one, but let's go Aussie Chronic. That's some say support in the chat as I'm going prepared for the warm-up lap. So We'll check the back market because we're going to check who's going to be on MEMS. Acosta's on MEMS. As next one is his teammate, my name's Jeff with Draz, still on soft actually. Bernardo's going on MEMS. Kiwi's on soft, and Ron is going on MEMS tie actually. So actually not a lot of meme runners. This one is actually only just 4 really. So that's interesting. I presume it's just the safety car scenario because we had a couple of races recently now where safety cars came in at the wrong time and the meme runners could not take the soft tyres, and if you go in the hard tyres in this track is actually just slow to be honest with you, so there's a very compromise of running. So it's actually a bit of risk actually starting on the medium tyres compared to other tracks, but it's kind of the same scenario, but probably much worse here because there's a very long pit stop around here. It's only 60k around here. But anyway, the question is, can Ozzy keep his nerve? Can he win his first race of the season, plus his first podium tonight? 10 Sandal, can he get back on track tonight? And also Saint as well, those two need to get back on the track. With TriCred, Kiba's good form, qualifying well in 4th place, with Kiba Kiwi in 5th. He'll be a definitely dark horse for this race, but also dark horse will be definitely the 2 Aston Martin, which I expect a bit more from these two to be honest. It was interesting actually tactic from Buster not to do another run, and also Lunacy, he's hoping to make some grounds because he doesn't want to lose a lot of points to Saints, but we'll wait and see. As Codstar is taking his bit of time, it's got a big gap to Prezzo.
So just moments away from a race start. Aussie Blake, will the pressure be too much for him? Best result so far, only been as high as 5th in this season, and now the weight of the world rests on his shoulders from the front row of the grid. Can he hold his nerve? No doubt we'll see some safety cars in this race. I'd say that's pretty much an odds-on prospect as we get ready to go racing in Silverstone. The cars depart the grid and head off towards the first corner. It's a good start by Ozzy Blake, joined by his teammate Chronic, who runs wide through the first corner, comes back on, causing a bit of grief for 10 Sandals, who has to now defend from Tri-Kid there in 4th on his outside. Can't get up the inside for the next corner as the cars bunch up all over the place in the next few corners. There's cars sprawled all over the place. Ozzy Blake.
What a start from Buster though, from 9th to 5th.
3 places up already for the Aston Martin. He has been the gun start so far. That's an excellent start.
Indeed. Oh, actually 8th place, sorry. But what a good start from him. While Lucy's still stuck in 9th place. But very good start. Actually good start from Tri-Kid as well, and Sandra just kind of have a slightly poor getaway as he runs slightly wide as well. It's not in the world for these guys, as this track known to be as the DRS train, as we know it.
So Ozzy Blake holds that top spot. Chronic Saint now with one eye behind on Tri-Kid in the McLaren, who's moved up to 3rd, gotten past 10 Sandals. Now looking for a piece of those Mercedes out front. Mercedes 1-2. As we near the completion of lap 1 of the 26 laps set out for us today, half distance British Grand Prix. And look at Tri-Kid all over the gearbox of Chronic Saint. He's going to look for a piece of the action coming into this first sector. How close can he stay? We go on board with him up the inside. Takes it pretty easily. Chronic Saint's going to try and switch back on him and does so. And switching back again, they're just trading second place like it's nothing at the moment. Chronic Saint will come out on top as they make their way down the Wellington Straight. Will Tri-Kid have another go into Brooklands? He's got to watch out for 10 Sandals, who's joining the party now. Buster's there as well. This is all good for Ozzy Blake, allowing him to extend his lead ever so slightly.
Indeed, so Saints doesn't want to waste too much time though. He want to keep up with his teammate. Tri-Kid is still pushing on Saint, and also 10 Sandal as well. And also Sandal's got notification. Hopefully he managed his fuel a little bit. Pumping us on Saint.
The move, pulls out of it. Wide too. Will this open the door for 10 Sandal? Just angles his line a bit as a slight defence mechanism. Lap 1, lap 2 with clear road ahead out there in front as Tri-Kid looks to repeat the dose he gave. Can't get through. Oh, there's contact. They touch. Punts the Mercedes right in the bum, sending him forward through the second corner. That really compromised. Did the McLaren suffer any damage? We've been stuck on board with him there thanks to Mr. Director as the field streams their way down to Brooklands once more, and we get our first look at our first DRS train forming down the straight there.
Yes, and meanwhile you're saying that my new Jeff fortunately spun out and I believe to be at second to last corner, so a bit unfortunate for Jeff, but he did not lose a lot of time, so hopefully we get a bit of ground with that. There's a little bit better going on down the field for 13th with Ron, Preza and Drow.
Oh, Tri-Kid's off! He's contacted Chronic Sane. He tried to get it done through the first part of Maggots and Beckett, and it's ended poorly for the McLaren driver. Oh, they were just going, they were joined at the hip through that middle section. Ever since Brooklands, Luffield, they just couldn't keep apart, and it's ended in tears for Tri-Kid.
Oh, something happened to Andre as well. Oh, he's got no wing as well, so he's got a pit now.
You see the Alpha Tauri driver into the pit lane. I'm not sure if Tri-Kid suffered any damage though. I think he's able to continue on. He is. So he got away with it, spun into open pastures.
That's... I don't know what happened, but that's very
we've lost Prezzo now. Prezzo's had a moment. He's in the gravel at turn 1, and Ron Burgundy is out there as well. Have we just missed Prezzo versus Ron Burgundy round 3? They were going right at it back in round 1 at Portugal, as you may remember, and they might have come a cropper into turn 1. We were expecting to see some incidents in turn 1. It's a popular place for these drivers to spin off.
Yes, and 10 Standard now is really close on Aussie Blake, so Blake failed to take that opportunity to pull away from the field, but he didn't. Now Sander and Buster is now right on the toe of Blake now, as his teammate Craig might miss the DRS, as he is actually going to miss the DRS while he behind him. Keep Up Kiwi's got DRS alongside with Banana Draw, so this is a bit rory time now for the Mercedes, as they're looking good for 1-2 for a very brief moment.
Yeah, the duelling from second down to, we'll say, 5th or 6th in the opening stages should have been a great opportunity for Aussie Blake to just open up a gap on those first few laps, but he failed to capitalise on the opportunity, and now just like that, he has got tense sandals really harassing him, nose tucked right under the gearbox of the Mercedes, and he'll want to get that move done ASAP because Buster is right there in the background waiting in the wings to pick up any loose crumbs.
Yeah, it just seemed like Sander just able to hook up his car a little bit more, and he's going for the overtake on the inside.
Gets it done. Will the Mercedes try and stick it up the inside? He's too far behind. That was a committed move from 10 Sandals. Really showed Aussie Blake who was boss there. Yeah,
very good move for Sander, but I'm not sure he's going to pull away now because Blake now is going to have the DRS in the next route.
And he'll be bringing Buster along for the party as well.
As Blake now is very close on Costa and also Braidman as well. Also Drow as well, he's on Broken Tail as well, and he's now, of course, he's going to get him by. He's going around the outside. And would he complete it? Yes, he did. What a move from Drow. Very nice move from him. Very clean move from Drow around the outside. Head of Broken Tail.
Moves up to 11th position. We did have a yellow flag in Sector 1 there. I'm not sure if that was just Prezzo departing the pits or if he's had another moment, but finds himself well down the field in a 20th spot at the moment.
Yeah, very unfortunate. And seemed like Sandals seemed to hold, but Blake is pumping. Is very close to Sandal once again, but not close. As Saints now is putting pressure on Buster for third place.
Yeah, Buster taking a tighter line coming out of Luffield. That's going to allow Chronic Saint to close up. Not sure if Cops is going to be the place to get anything done though, as we see Aussie Blake waiting patiently behind Tent Sandals as they make their way towards Maggots and Beckett's. Where we saw Tri-Kid come a cropper.
As Blake went a little bit wide with that. As Blake is going past Sandal around the outside.
Can he stick it around the outside? Oh yes he can, easily before Stowe Corner takes that spot. Just needs to be a little bit wary down into Vale, but looks like Aussie Blake has the lead of the British Grand Prix once more. 10 Sandals left to deal with Buster now.
Yes. Also to note, Bernard Josh in 6th place. He's keeping up with the top 5 in front of him. So very good drive for Josh so far. Meanwhile, Lucy is not exactly on track at this moment. And she's really struggling a little bit at this moment.
Yeah, our championship leader by 6 points. The Lunacy doesn't seem to be getting that car hooked up how we'd like, as we see raindrops start to fall.
Oh.
Are we about to get a little extra element thrown into the mix here?
Oh, that's going to be interesting, because the meme tyres would definitely be maybe less grippy, but it's going to be a bad condition on the soft runners. So soft runner might be struggling a little bit if the rain doesn't go very hard. As Kiwi by Kiwi got Saints, and also Josh is on the pressure on Saints as well, so Saint clearly made mistake, and also
Saint goes wide. Banana Josh sneaks through for 5th as well. Chronic Saint struggling now with the rain starting to fall. Are we going to see anyone jump into the pits as the field approaches the pit lane?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes for this rain. Is it going quick or not? So, it's good.
Oh, Chronic Saint does. Chronic Saint decides he's had enough of those soft tyres. If they're not going to work for him in these conditions, he might as well try something else.
Yeah, that's a big gap. I think Inter's way too early for in this condition already, so he's going another set of drive, but he's going to mediums, but he has wing damage actually, so something happened during that lap. So I'm presuming he might have contact with Keep Up Kiwi potentially, as Buster's on 10 Sandal now.
He's all over the gearbox of the Ferrari. DRS open on the Ferrari, that's going to save him heading into Brooklands. Keep second position for now, but Buster won't go away that easy. I'll tell you who will want it to start dumping rain right now. That's Prezzo. He's out there on his own way back and about to approach the pit lane. Will he take a gamble?
Indeed. Just gotta keep it on the time and how much they're losing, to be honest, but there's this moment, it doesn't seem too bad. Current middle sector, he only lost just less than 3/10, Aussie Blake, so seemed not too bad at this moment. The question is how long this soft tie will last though. As Costa and Drows are having their own ding-dong battle, as Costa take Drow for 11.
Tri-Kid's moved up to 14th, continuing his charge back through the back of the field so far.
As Drows in the pit, so I wonder what he's going to take, but definitely won't be Inters. It'll be too early for Inters. So this is going to be a tricky situation actually. And I'm clearly wrong, he's actually going on Inter, so he's taking the call now.
Taking the gamble in the Alfa Romeo. He's going to need some more rain to start falling pretty quick. Smart, it's happening slowly, but it's not speeding up at a rapid pace. It is it's gotten a little bit heavier, but not heavy enough.
Nah, but they did lose almost 2 seconds that last lap, so if you start losing maybe like 4 to 6 seconds, that's when it's time for Inters, to be honest with you. So they're actually going heavy right now.
Yeah.
So when I see that middle sector, they will get told from Jeff. It's 2 seconds slow now, so maybe potentially next lap is Inters, or even this lap actually.
Yeah, we're on board with the Lunacy harassing Black Moon, who looks to be having a hell of a time in the conditions. I don't think he's hit a single apex since we've been watching. In fact, the Lunacy goes straight past and into the pits as well.
And he's got Pearly Lunacy as well. His teammate is in the pit, so they're all going for Inters as Crazy Kiwi's in the pit. Broken Tide follow along as well, and Bremen as well. So definitely, as Blake lost 4 seconds, so it is time for Inters actually now. It comes very quick in this weather. As Ron has been in the pit lane. The question is, where is the so he's leading the Inters runners, I wonder, as my name Jeff has stayed out.
The highest one up the field so far looks to be Buster. On the Inters, we obviously saw Drow pit earlier. But that hasn't quite worked out for him.
No, it was just 1 lap too early, unfortunately. As Banana Josh got Pelly. Let's keep up Kiwi still there in third. As then, Blake lost the rear a little bit, so he's got to be a bit extra careful.
Yeah, he's in that position now. He knows the others have pitted. He knows they're on the Inters. He knows this half lap to get back to the pits and grab the green wall. Pirellis will seem to take a lifetime. Pressure's on now.
Yeah, but the rest actually not disabled, so that's why they stay out. But this lap is, I reckon this lap would be perfect actually. I'll wait and see once Buster, see where Buster would be by the time they exit the pit.
Buster just coming through the final part of Beckett's now onto the hangar straight.
As everyone rests, and mind you, Jeff is actually stayed out for another lap. So there's a big gamble from him.
Jeff praying the rain will go away.
We'll wait and see. So where's Buster? Sitting second to last corner. He's on the last corner now.
Looks like Aussie Blake might have timed this well. Gets out.
And Ron crashed out. A safety car as well.
Oh, safety car.
And that has worked beautifully for Jeff, potentially.
So how far ahead is Jeff? He's got a slight gap.
As Blake really stopped from that delta. That's a very awkward, and he lost. Now it's 12.5 seconds, so don't know exactly where Jeff is going to slot. I'll wait and see. But definitely, I don't know if Buster will come. I think Buster will potentially. I think he want to come out anyway ahead of the next 3 runners ahead of him. It wouldn't be very tight though. A Saints is driving through Pearly.
Oh dear, Chronic Saint. It's just going from bad to worse.
And he's
and he's still on the mediums. Can he take the tyre change first, or does he have to serve the drive-through first?
I believe he can pit, but as long as he serves this, because you have to serve the safety car once it's clear, so he can change his tyres. So he'd be fine. If that wasn't the case, then that'd be a very, very bad scenario for him. But But the safety car definitely is going to kill his chance of a good point today.
So Jeff's into the pits now, our race leader. Where's he going to slot back into the pack? He's got a 3-second time penalty as well.
I wonder if he's going to serve. No, he won't serve it.
Doesn't serve it. Takes the inters. Gets going now. He might be able to hang on to 6th.
Maybe he's very slow, so it's very slow. I think actually he's going to lose a few places.
Yeah, 6 now becomes 7, 8. Don't know if he's going to get out in front of the lunacy either.
No, he's not. Actually, he's going to get top 10 just ahead of Crazy Kiwi.
So comes out right behind his teammate Codstar. He suffered that crash in qualifying. Now running 9th and 10th respectively, the Red Bulls.
So he actually made grounds, Jeff, so that's good. Actually, it actually worked out well in the end for him. Now the question is, who's going to be best at the wets now?
Yeah, we've seen part 1 of the race played out. Now for part 2. As we wait for Prezzo, still a mile back behind the pack there. Hopefully the Alpine driver can catch up sooner rather than later and we can get going after this lap, but not so sure that's going to be the case.
Yeah, probably next lap. Unless the safety car decide as, oh dear, as Prezzo got a penalty as well.
I don't know how he's managed that. A few 3-second penalties sitting out there. Black Moon with 6 seconds worth, and Chronic Saint, as we saw just before, picking up a drive-through penalty. Can he serve that under safety car?
No, he can't. Actually, if you got a 5-second penalty, then yes, I believe. But if you got a drive-through, you don't. You have to serve it once the safety car is in.
So as we take a look at the position changes on screen, you can see obviously Codstar, the real winner, from last place to 9th. Chronic Saint, he qualified 3rd, I believe, down to 16th as it stands. So a lot of work to be done.
As Triggers is...
Looks like they've been clashing down there in the middle of the field.
What has happened there? I can't see if Broken Reptile got damage or anything. His car seems fine, so don't know what happened there. So I presume maybe Reptile just went back to him accidentally, then he deemed that Trike had got the penalty.
The McLaren doesn't appear to have any damage from what we can see either.
That's bizarre, so I reckon Trike might want to hopefully just try.
Still waiting for Prezzo to catch up.
Prezzo should able to catch up, so should be in this lap.
So Blake still leads. 10 Sandals 2nd, Kickbutt Kiwi 3rd, and Buster in 4th. No penalties for those top 4 drivers to worry about at this point. Still plenty of time to earn one.
Indeed. But now it's going to be more difficult for a driver like Sandals, Kickbutt and Buster to overtake because no DRS assistant. Plus you can regenerate a lot of Earth, more than 4, so it's going to be very difficult for those drivers to overtake. I'll wait and see.
We're just waiting for that message to come up now that the safety car is going to come in this lap.
No,
is it going
not.
again?
Not
Well, that is disappointing. Let's get racing.
Prezzo came in at the right time as well.
Yeah, it just slots onto the back of the pack now.
As Andre's in the pit.
What's Andre thinking?
No, I think it's just taking another new set of inkers again.
Decided he's that far down, why not take on a fresh set, eh?
Pretty much. I don't know how Inch is going to go, but I think it'll be pretty warm by the end of the race.
Yeah, still 13 laps, including this one. It's not exactly flogging with rain.
No, it seemed like it's just going to stay like this. So we are absolutely wrong. It'd be great if the game gave us weather report in the commentary box, so we actually can tell you what's going to happen.
We might just get you to stick your head outside the commentary box, mate. Feel how wet it is for us.
I'll have a quick check.
Check out the lovely British weather. This would be a hot day for Britain, wouldn't it?
No, it'll be nice. Actually pissing down there, so
Locals will be suffering heat stroke in this kind of rain.
Oh, easy.
So NZ Andre now joins on to the back of the pack. Surely this time we get...
Oh.
Crazy kid ignoring yellow flag.
What on earth? Now, I haven't seen that before.
Ignoring yellow flag doing what? What could he have been doing?
Did he
overtaking?
Did he overtake Jeff or not? Normally, if you overtake someone,
No, he was 11th. He had Trikid and Broken Reptile behind, so he hasn't made up a place or anything. We saw the two Red Bulls were 9th and 10th after those pit stops just before the safety car came out. And speaking of, the safety car now comes in. Aussie Blake kicks us off on lap 15. Tent Sandals right there behind as they go fairly tentatively through turn 1.
As Trikid's getting on Crazy Kiwi.
This is close. There's someone wide. There's an Alfa Romeo off in the background as a Haas goes up the inside, contacting Trikid. Bits of car going everywhere. And they start to go through each other a bit.
Tro was about to hit Blanco, but just got away with it. But he was on the grass one moment, so he got away with it as Process is on the move, and also Bregman. Oh, he's so close to Terrell. As Process is going to take.
It's all happening through Brooklands and Luffield. Cars inside, outside of each other, and all over the place. Trikid left to deal with Chronic Saint now. Oh, and Blancuno out front, weaving all over the place, trying to control his Williams. And Trikid surrenders to Chronic Saint for now. Anyway, is he going to think about a move through Maggots? Has he learned his lesson from the opening laps when he spun? I would say yes, as he tucks in behind.
Trikid is disconnected.
He's out of there, so he's just cruising in
no, he's back
autopilot.
On now. He's back on now as Banana Cake's got a penalty. As Blake is struggling because Kibaku is on it.
Struggling very much coming onto the start-finish straight. 3 cars behind harassing him for that top spot. Tent Sandals, the leader of the aggressing pack.
As Process spun out, so he was spun out, he got contact from the rear, fortunately, as Saints got serve his drive-through, unfortunately, so big grounds to make for him. As his teammate is holding up the leading pack ahead of Sandal to keep up Kiwi.
Prezzo, he had the opportunity to catch back up to the pack after all that time and then just threw it away. Chronic Saint in the pits for his drive-through. Best to get it out of the way now, I suppose. As
Barner's having head-to-head with Lucy around the outside. But Lucy's ahead.
Aston Martin takes 7th. So they're all
As
handling the conditions pretty well so far, but not exactly flying off the circuit in the wet conditions.
not yet so far, that's good. As Blaze pulled away a bit of a gap now, so he's got a little bit more. He's got a bit more confident now.
He's doing everything right so far, Aussie Blake, doing what he needs to do. Not exactly grabbing the race by the throat, but getting the job done regardless. And just starting to build a bit of a comfort buffer between himself and Tense Sandals, who won't be left alone by Kick Butt Kiwi anytime soon, who in turn has his own mirrors full of Buster there in fourth, and Banana Josh and Black Moon, the Lunacy, Banana Cake Pie, Codstar all coming to join the party.
Astro's on Rhino for 13th place. That's all a bit of lag going on there. A bit oversteer, not great exit as he's coming nowhere near the Black Rhino, unfortunately. As Prezo's in the pit again. I presume he might have front wing damage potentially. Now, Blake, Sandal, and Keep Up Kiwi, and Buster as well. All they're doing as Josh is up there as well, doing very good drive tonight for Haas.
Aussie Blake, best finish so far, 5th in round 1. Struggled since then with 15th in China, 10th place last week in Canada. Can he make amends for it today? He's got to hang on for 10 more laps. And the top spot will be his.
As Lucy took another penalty, so 6 penalty now, so Lucy be a bit rory now with that 6-second penalty, but drivers around seem to have 6-second penalty as well actually. As Josh has only got 1 at this moment. Banana, presume that's his first one as well. As Costa still haven't got none yet. His teammates got 1 penalty so far, so Lucy be a bit rory at this moment with just 2 penalties at this moment, because he's going to lose down to Banana, Costa, and also Jeff, and he's in broken reptile as well, because the midfield is so close to each other.
Yeah, all concertina together. We just saw Drow, I'm not sure what happened to him, but just lost several places, dropped to 17th. His day goes from bad to worse. As we check back up front with our leader, Aussie Blake, still only holding a 8/10 gap to the cars behind. But they're all embroiled in their own battle. If he could just get another second or so between himself and Tense Sandals, I think he'd feel a lot more comfortable. But at the moment it appears to be all about just keeping it on the black stuff.
Indeed. Just keep it focused and just keep finding that grip and consistency around in this tricky work condition. As Keep Up Kiwi is very close now to Sandals and also us as well, so I wonder if Kiwi will have any chance on Sandal to get a bit closer. As something's happened in Sector 3 as Bradman spun out in Sector 2.
Just in the last corner. Just coming out of the...
Oh, and Triker's spun out as well. Exit of turn 3.
So a disastrous few hundred metres for the McLarens.
And Bradman spun again in exit of turn 1. And also, oh sorry, I was about to say Triker's about to spun again, but he's getting back on track. What a fortune day for McLaren.
Yeah, it looked a bit like amateur hour there. The two McLarens putting on a bit of a pirouette show on the start-finish straight. Dear oh dear.
Yeah, definitely the HQ will be very upset after tonight, considering it's their home Grand Prix.
Indeed. Meanwhile, the Mercedes of Aussie Blake leads the way. That gap just staying consistent. Drow picks up a 3-second time penalty. It's funny, it's almost like we've got a DRS train but no DRS. These top few runners just consistently holding their gaps to each other.
Pretty much, that's what people were saying, but where it's just seeming even more difficult to overtake cars. Unless someone find a bit more traction or so what in the first couple of laps, but once you start hooking up, then everyone's in the rhythm at that point. But Keepak Query seems to be annoying my advice because he's actually very close to Sandals, but can he give him a good exit? But Blake had a little bit sideways. Didn't lost too much time, but he lost a couple of tenths to Sandals, so definitely will open wide eyes for Sandals on Blake.
Yeah, Kickbutt Kiwi thought for a minute about a move up the inside of the Ferrari going into turn 4, the loop section, but pulled out of it. Was probably aided by the fact that 10 Sandals ran wide, and up ahead in front of all that, Aussie Blake getting his car all out of shape, and that gap that was 7 tenths now a mere 3.
Indeed, now. So now Blake just got to refocus again. But now Sanders close, but they're all using DRS in this straight, so there's no chance that Sander will get him. As Prez's got another penalty, and he's spun out as well.
Oh, and we've lost. His Breadman Meakin's gone round again as well. This time coming out of Luffield.
That's a bit further up actually, and be careful because he definitely is overheating a bit. Good, take it easy.
Prezzo doing a bit of rally driving down there in 19th. He's making his way through Luffield as we speak up to Woodcote.
He's ready for Rally GP at this moment.
I think so. And Kickbutt Kiwi again. He closes in through just coming out of that farm section up towards Village.
Oh, Breadman retired.
Breadman done and dusted. What's happened? Are we going to see a safety car as a result? We are. How's he crashed there?
That's bizarre. Check Prezzo.
He's just right in the middle of the hangar straight.
There's no way you can lose like that, to be honest. Unless you hit the... Oh no!
Oh, and Aussie Blake with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, that is terrible to see.
That is a massive blow.
Oh dear, and then you can see the gap he's pulled out there. Oh, I just really hope Breadman Meakin didn't do a deliberate crash or anything untoward there to bring out the safety car.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, the only way you can lose out that floor is to hit the curb, then the grass, and just lost it. Because it can happen in this condition, so definitely this Stuart might ask for that video, because that's a bit unusual on the straight, but you know, you can actually lose it there at the same time. But 10 Scissor is actually going to go in the pit. Buster's going to follow along with him, but Josh is staying out. A lot of people are actually staying out except for Broken Reptile, Crazy Kiwi as well. He's kicked Andre as well, so that's going to be very interesting actually. Because technically now, Keepak Kui can win this race because everyone behind him, pretty much 4 cars behind him, got a penalty.
Yeah,
and Sandal
only one in the top 6 without a penalty.
Sandals and Busters on wet tyres actually.
On the full wets, Broken Reptile joins him as well. So does NZ Andre.
So is it actually getting heavy? So I wonder if they lost because it was
heavy.
It actually has gone right heavy actually. So the question is, would you risk stay out Because now, by the time the driver catch up, you're going to lose a lot of position. So I wonder if those drivers asked Edgy, you know, it was getting heavier and heavier, and actually showing to realise now it's actually gone heavier. The question is how long it would take though, because Prezzo's going to pit now. He lost the front wing, so it might take potentially 1 or 2 laps to get restarted, potentially. See what Prezzo's on, and he's on wet tyres as well, so I presume it's time for wet tyres really. As this currently 4 cars on wet tyres. So the question is now is are they going to pit in for wet, or are they going to stay to gamble on that inters?
Yeah, I think we're going to see more in here.
Wait and see. Kiwi, I know he was about to be ditched it, so the Interstrada's not going to pit, so they're going to take their gamble and just hope the best.
Okay, so I said we'd see more in there. I was completely wrong. They all stay out, and they're going to try and continue on for. They'll only be if the safety car comes in this lap, and hopefully it does. We don't have to wait for Prezzo to come round. We've got very few racing laps left as it is. Hopefully they'll just get going. If the safety car comes in this lap, that'll give us 3 laps in anger towards the checkered flag. And Tent Sandals the one to watch on the wets.
Indeed. But it could be absolutely wrong, and that might be equal in performance or just a little bit quicker. Wait and see, but he is definitely heavier now. I don't know if Prezzo will able to catch up. Wait and see, but he's struggling a little bit.
And as it stands, we're looking good to get our 4th different winner in 4 races. Round 1 went to Chronic. He's down there in 15th.
Oh, Prezzo retired! He crashed out.
He crashed.
And also,
And
Kiwi's involved again.
Kiwi penalty.
Kiwi's involved again.
Well, this could mean Prezzo will get cleared away and we'll get racing at the conclusion of lap 23.
That is, that was going on with Kiwi, but everything's involved with Kiwi during the safety car tonight.
Yeah, NZ Andre up to 8 seconds in penalties. There it is, safety car coming in this lap, and it seems to be half of the course for all the races we've commentated this year, Mass in this championship and the Pacific Open Series. We're just going for a mad dash to the finish after a late safety car.
Pretty much, it's just almost like a script every race at this moment with the safety car.
It is. I mean, some of the others have only been 2 laps. This seems like a real treat, getting 3 racing laps towards the end.
Oh, and
here we go.
Blackman's in the pit. And Saint as well.
Have they jumped into the pits? Okay, that is very interesting indeed. As Aussie Blake heads out, he'll have to serve that drive-through though.
Kiwi spun out, just on the way towards the last corner. Unfortunately, as Saint and Mooney's did switch to wet, but
crazy Kiwi that is. Kickback Kiwi fans, don't panic. He's still up there in what's effectively first.
Kiwi's actually crashed.
He has crashed. He's done and dusted for the day. Hopefully not a safety car. Surely we just play on.
Yeah, we play on, but I don't know why they pitted for wet if they could have done that one under the safety car. That's really weird. But anyway, Sanders catching up to the top 7.
Yeah, some strange decisions there indeed.
As Keep Up
But
Kiwi's
Kiwi
got...
gets a penalty now. He might still be safe with that, though, as it stands.
Yeah,
Aussie
but
Blake
to think about, Costa can actually win this race now.
There is a chance for Codster down there in 6th. No penalties to speak of it at the moment. It's usually when they get one, just as we mentioned how few penalties they have. Keep Up Kiwi getting harassed by the lunacy there in 3rd, and Aussie Blake in his frantic attempt to pull out some sort of a gap just picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. So, and there he goes now into the pits. Oh, it's a sad sight watching the Mercedes trundle down pit lane. It was going so well in this race. Took the pole. Led for majority of the laps, 2/3 of the distance. And unfortunately it's all gone bad as we watch 10 Sandals go up the inside of My Name is Jeff, who goes wide. Will they continue their fight? Mr. Director would give us a better angle of it. The Ferrari goes wide, but My Name is Jeff unable to capitalise from there.
Yes, and someone's spun out.
I think we've lost Blancuno. He's trying to gather it up and keep going. Drow gets a 3-second time penalty as well.
And Drow is off track once again. So this condition is not suitable, but Keep Up Kiwi found a bit more rhythm, so he's got second a gap. But he needs to pull away as far as he can, as Josh got a penalty in the middle of the straight. That's not right.
What is going on? Drow's had a moment down there.
As Costa is technically can win this race, so he needs to start defending now against 10 Sandals.
So still all to play for in the British Grand Prix with just over a lap remaining. You're looking at Kick Butt Kiwi out there in front, but 3 seconds in penalties to serve. But the man behind him, the Lunacy, 6 seconds of his own, as does Banana Josh in 3rd. Codstar needs to stay nice and tight up behind this pack in front, and he's doing that at the moment. Ooh, gets a little bit out of shape as he approaches the final corner. Oh, and 10 Sandals getting a real wobbler on coming out of the final corner. Can he capitalise? Will he go for a move here? The Ferrari might be able to get a bit later on the brakes on those wet tyres. Will he switch back on the Red Bull? He tries again. Still one more corner to try and switch back on Codstar. Gets up really close. Maybe looking to plan a move down the Wellington straight.
Yeah, it was easy, as earlier, so he was able to get that bit exit much better, but Keep Up. See how many second actually, because I'm checking the wrong. We'll see the leader. So actually, Keep Up Kiwi technically can win this race still. He's 8 tenths ahead of Codstar, or 4 tenths now.
Yeah, and Codstar he's not making up time there. He's losing time to Banana Cake Pie in front because he's defending vigorously against 10 Sandals, who's all over him on those wet tyres.
So this is working really well for Keep Up Kiwi, so he's got to just keep pushing.
Oh, and 10 Sandals goes off. He runs wide coming onto the hanger straight. That's done his chances of getting Codstar, one would say, one would think. As we look at Kick Butt Kiwi coming through Stowe, making his way down to the Vale chicane. Will he have opened up a big enough lead? I think he has. It's 3.4 seconds. He's looking good. Foot to the floor, over the line. Is this going to be a victory for Kick Butt Kiwi? We await Codstar to cross the line. Half a second is the gap. Kick Butt Kiwi, 4th in the championship. 3rd last week in Canada. 2nd the week before in China. Now adds a victory to his list of race results. Fantastic job for the Kick Butt Kiwi. Got to give a bit of a shout out to the unfortunate Aussie Blake. It just didn't quite go his way in the end today.
Indeed, but Buster's got a 20-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. He was from 8th to 12th. So I don't know what's going on there, but penalty system has gone off rail tonight.
Buster plummets down the order. His teammate and championship leader, the Lunacy, only good enough for 5th. And no major points for Chronic down there in 14th. So might get a bit of a shake. We'll get a bit of a shake-up of the championship results at the moment. I wonder if it might be close between the Lunacy and Kickbutt Kiwi there for top spot. Can't do the math in the head right now, but certainly shake up the championship standings after round 4, and we do get our 4th different winner.
Indeed, this is very exciting. It's Costa's first podium of the season as well, so well deserved from Costa. Just very much keeping it clean once again, like Keep Up Kiwi did last week.
And we know Tent Sandals, he'll be pretty consistent. He did manage a second in round 1, but didn't not race in China in round 2, and then just didn't go his way last week in Canada for 14th position. So we know he's got the pace. We know a lot of them do. And this, even in its infancy, is shaping up to be a very intriguing championship, that's for sure.
But what a race, but I cannot. I feel so bad for Aussie Blake. He was leading past 3/4 of the race, and then that drive hit Pelly right in the end.
Yeah, it can be a cruel sport sometimes, and we've witnessed it firsthand. Oh, poor old Aussie Blake just did everything he needed to, and unfortunately didn't pay off today. Hopefully he can bounce back even stronger next week. He's shown he's got the pace. He's shown he's capable of a win. Hopefully he can put a result on paper next time out.
Indeed, and
we'll be off to Paul Ricard next week. That always seems to toss up a bit of action with those expansive runoff areas in that track. The guys tend to get a little bit more daring and aggressive with their overtaking manoeuvres, and always ends in tears for at least a handful of them. But I suppose we'll have to wait until next week to find out. Thanks for joining me for tonight's call, Mass. It's been great fun calling that one. Plenty happening.
Indeed, it was a pleasure once again, and I hope this excitement continues for the rest of the season.
Absolutely, and also a big thanks to everyone who joined us in the comments or tuned in to the live stream. It has been a pleasure to be at your place or wherever you were tuning in from. But until next week, it's bye for now.
It's goodbye, fellas.